The Pursuit, part one of a two-part documentary, begins Friday on YouTube, on the Mets YouTube, about the pursuit of Juan Soto. And the Juan Soto aura, it seems like every week there's a new story. The latest is this. How about the heckler the other night at the game who heckled Juan Soto, and then he proceeded to hit a home run in his next at-bat? You see the picture below, right there, or here, or there, or there, or there, or there, or there. You see it? The heckler said, overpaid, overrated. Meanwhile, can we look at what this guy is wearing? Can we take a second? What is going on? Oh, it's right there with that shirt. Well, like what? Who in their right mind wears an open slit shirt with hair? I mean, would you rather someone be bald and beautiful like me, or ugly with hair like that guy? I mean, I can't say this is like a true Floridian. I don't know what he is. He's an inbred. He's his own species. But the combination of that hair with whatever that shirt is with the slit open, yelling at a guy that just got a $765 million contract. Soto looks back at him. He does the spit to the ground and then proceeds to homer. And then you see that picture in the middle in the green? Yeah, that's that loser going for the ball. That is the loser going for the baseball. And what did he do? He fell on his face. Shocker. What a clown. Guy heckles. Soto homers. He goes for the home run ball. And he face plants as he tries to catch the home run ball from a guy he was just yelling at. Go home, loser. You got your 15 seconds of fame. And you were the laughing stock of the world today. So congratulations. And that is a lesson learned on don't heckle the guy that can buy you and your whole family and buy an island. Just don't do it because you're going to lose in the end. And it's a docuseries, a classic docuseries that is elevated by music, dramatic music, the pursuit of Soto. 100% I'll be watching it. We'll all be watching it. And, you know, you just hope that this team and Soto live up to the hype. I tweeted today, don't lose sleep over spring training stats. Don't get worked up. Also, don't get too excited about spring training stats that are good either, because that doesn't mean they'll translate. I think with Soto, it's different because you're seeing a sprinkle of him for the first time as part of a 15-year plan, so you're excited. But, you know, don't get overhyped about certain things. But, man, this is going to be a cool docuseries. And just watching Soto hit, he shows he's ready. Like, just bubble wrap him. Have him ready for opening day in Houston. And then April 4th at Citi Field. I can't wait, as we are 15 days away, just over 2 weeks from when the Mets open up in Houston. But a really cool moment, shutting up a heckler. And he pointed out to right field. You know Juan Soto was pointing at that buffoon right there. Get a haircut. Get a T-shirt. We don't need to show off your body, bro. I promise. No one wants you. You're ugly. The pursuit of Soto begins on Friday. It's a hump day, March 12th, 2025. I'm Jake Brown, and you're watching Mets Daily. Subscribe to Mets Daily. Share the channel with your family and friends. Please smash that thumbs up below. Every thumbs up does help. Let's keep growing the subscriber count. I appreciate your support. Share it in the Facebook group. Share it with your friends. We appreciate that. Comment below. We're reading today's comments from yesterday. We're reading yesterday's comments today, I should say, on our Hump Day mailbag in just a little bit on Mets Daily. So, again, comments are always appreciated. I read every comment. We respond to every comment, at least, you know, the halfway decent comment. So, comment below. What'd you think? What'd you think of that Soto heckler? How great was it to see him homer in his first at-bat after that? It was also great to see A.J. Minter on the mound on Wednesday in the Mets 2-0 win in their spring training matchup against the Cardinals. And again, I won't worry about stats, but here's what you worry about: health, getting guys back, getting guys looking good who are back, especially Minter, coming off that offseason hip surgery. There was questions, will he be ready for opening day? There's still some questions, but the fact on March 12th with 15 days until opening day that he's on the mound, he gets a scoreless inning, shows you, barring a setback, you got to imagine he's back. You know, that's different than Blackburn, who's coming off a surgery, who's going to be a starting pitcher. And by the way, he pitched today too. And how about that? Paul Blackburn, 4 shutout innings, 2 strikeouts, no hits. Boy, did he need that. Blackburn needed some kind of positive momentum, and he got it. And listen, he faced a decent amount of regular starting Cardinals players. I thought that was a good sign for Blackburn. And, I said yesterday I'd lean towards McGill and Griffin Canning, but Blackburn's going to give it his best shot here. He's probably going to have one or two more spring starts to try and fight his way on the roster. What he has going for him, like I said, is that he doesn't have options. Same with Griffin Canning. Tyler McGill, if he doesn't make it, it's because he has an option remaining, and that's what might get Blackburn the chance. But again, there's still a shot they IL him. We'll see. But I don't think they'll just outright cut him or release him because they need as many starting pitchers as they can. Because like I've said, they're one or two away from having to rush Brandon Sproat to the big leagues. But A.J. Minter was good to see him. And listen, when you look at A.J. Minter's career and his stats, like this guy is consistently good. He's consistently been an elite reliever. Let's just go back to 2020, 0.83 ERA. 2021, 3.78. 2022, 2.06 over 70 innings. That's a massive sample size, 70 innings. 70 innings for a reliever is the number you're looking for out of a reliever. 2023, 3.76. 2024, dealt with that hip injury, still at a 2.62 ERA. Like I've mentioned on here before, he's pitched his entire career in the NL East. He was always with the Braves. So if there's anyone who knows the Braves inside and out, knows Braves hitters inside and out, a team that the Mets are going up against to try to win a title, it's A.J. Minter. And the Braves are like the Patriots taking Jets players. Like, you want to take those players because there might be little tidbits and things that they know about those hitters that you can take. It's not cheating. It's just gamesmanship. And I think A.J. Minter could give the Mets a sense of gamesmanship. It's not something that's been talked a lot about this offseason, and you may find it silly. I don't. I find A.J. Minter having that long of a tenure with the Atlanta Braves, a team that the Mets are likely going to go up until the last weekend of the season to try to win the National League East against. I think that gives the Mets a little bit of an edge, having A.J. Minter in this clubhouse and maybe knowing how to approach hitters and having that lefty to go up against those big lefties, whether it's Olsen, whether it's a Bryce Harper, whether it's, a Josh Bell. You have this guy in A.J. Minter who has faced big guys, who's got lefties out. Mind you, he's also been a playoff pitcher. Like, he's won a World Series with the Braves. He's pitched 25 innings in the playoffs to the tune of a 2.88 ERA. A.J. Minter is going to be a big piece of this Mets team and a big piece of a bullpen that I think can be a strength for the Mets. Other names to watch out for, we've mentioned Max Kranick, who the way he's pitched, I'd be shocked if he doesn't make the roster. And another name is Tyler Zuber. Those are the two names to look at. Danny Young's pitched well in spring. He's another guy. I think it probably ends up being Danny Young and Max Kranick getting the last two spots. But it sure looks like A.J. Minter might be ready for opening day. And he will be a big part of the 2025 New York Mets. It's a hump day. It's a Wednesday, March 12th. So you know what that means. It's time to answer your questions. Now, you guys got to do a little bit better with the comments. Like, give me some good questions, some good comments. Some of them are good, and we'll read the good ones. But keep the comments coming. We appreciate the support. We're going to get a lot more interactive once the season gets going. Now, when the season gets going, we're not going, barring a massive walk-off or a major injury, we're probably not going to do shows at night after the game. But I think the shows will come out earlier, most likely, depending on the day. I think the hope is that I try and get these shows out by the late morning, early afternoon. We've been on the clock of around 5, 6 p.m. as we wait for spring training games to end and get news. But I think the goal moving forward when the season begins is to get these out in the morning at some point. And then emergency, obviously, if it's a walk-off, we'll do an exciting show. Or if there's an injury that we got to discuss or a trade, we'll do a show. But I think that's the goal when the season gets going. So let's go to the mailbag, the top 3 comments from Tuesday's Mets Daily, and comment below right now. Let us know what you think of the show. A.J. Minter, The Pursuit of Soto. Will you be watching on Friday? Jonathan Shankoop always brings some good comments. He said, rank these players from best to worst in 2025. Tyler McGill, Jeff McNeil, and Brett Beatty. Well, I think the Mets are hoping number 1 in this list is Jeff McNeil, because Jeff McNeil is the only one of those 3 that's locked into a starting spot right now. Let's be real. Jeff McNeil is the starting second baseman. And I will say this. We can't really play video on here, but if there was a video to play, it would be Jeff McNeil's swing. There's something about it that looks really good and really smooth this year. He's made adjustments. You can clearly tell the way he's hitting. It looks like he has a little bit more comfortability holding the bat. It's not as stressful. Like in the past, it looks stressful. It looks like he's more relaxed. And I think if Jeff McNeil can get back to happy Jeff, batting champ Jeff, that is a massive X factor in this Mets lineup because he's a guy I talk about. He's going to platoon with either Beatty or Acuna. He's not going to play every day. You're trying to trade him. Well, listen, Jeff McNeil's 2 years left on his contract. If it can be happy hitting champ Jeff McNeil, the Mets are going to be very happy, and they'll be happy to pay him the $15.75 million. So McNeil is undoubtedly number one of that list. I think Tyler McGill's number two. Listen, I don't think Brett Beatty has a spot in this team. If Jeff McNeil's hitting and Mark Vientos is hitting, where is Brett Beatty playing? I get the people are excited about his spring and they want to give him a shot. That's fine and dandy. But where the hell is he playing? If the Mets are fully healthy, he's not an outfielder. He can't play for Nimmo. You're not playing at center. He's playing second, third, or DH, and the Mets have Marte and Winker at DH. So unless they end up trading Starling Marte, I just don't see a spot for him. He's a left-hand hitter. Maybe he's a bench bat, but to me, he's not that important. So I think McGill will be important as starting pitching depth. He's number two, and Brett Beatty is number three. From Shakamoto Kiyayuyu. I definitely said that wrong, and I need to go to the Tsuyoshi Shinjo Japanese Academy. What is to make of Swaggy V's preseason bat? I, for one, am hyped. I talked about Swaggy V yesterday. I think he is primed for a massive season, and I think you should be encouraged by his bat because, listen, he didn't get to play a full year. Now he's getting a full year. He had almost a full year and a postseason where he hit well under his belt, and that's where you should be excited. He wasn't scared of the spotlight. He wasn't scared come playoff time. He wasn't scared in September when he hit that walk-off homer. Mark Vientos is ready, and I think he's excited to have an everyday opportunity. I think he worked hard in the offseason, and I think he has swag. He's got confidence. And I would be very excited about Mark Vientos. I think he could be a legit 35 to 40 home run player with 100 RBIs, hitting behind the likes of Lindor, Soto, and Alonso. So get pumped for Swaggy V. Speaking of Swaggy V, Sharon McLean had a couple of comments. This one I found very entertaining. One of the meanings of Vientos in Spanish is farts. I'm sorry, but I think that's pretty damn funny. I did not know that. Vientos means farts, apparently. So shout out to all the farters out there. Shout out to Mark Vientos. We'll have to ask him if we talk to Mark one day, does he fart a lot and does it stink? So now we know. Hopefully Mark Vientos' bat is not farts. Hopefully he is hitting well and not a farter at the plate or in the field. And that's the thing. We know Vientos' bat is good. He's got to be a better fielder. I think he's worked on it. He's gotten better. He's got a pretty good arm. But we got to see him make those casual plays as well because he did make some errors on some easy plays. So we got to see Mark Vientos become a really good fielder as well. She also said we need Starling Marte, not Wall Marte. I would agree for $21 million. It's not a discount price. This isn't Starling Marshall. I like that. How about that? Starling Marshall. We don't need Starling Marshall, although I do love Marshalls. It is affordable and cheap. You need Starling Marte to be Starling Gucci. You need Starling Marte to be Starling Prada. And I agree, not Wal Marte. And she also said, love Tyler's McGillicudder. Yeah, Tyler McGill's got a big arsenal of pitches. He's got like 7 pitches. And he's got that Great American Sport Ball or whatever it's called. So his pitch arsenal is really good. The question is, can he figure out which pitches are his best put-out pitches? Can he do it consistently? And that's been the thing with Tyler McGill. Can he be consistent? Well, we're consistently on YouTube every day, Monday through Friday. I'm Jake Brown. You can subscribe to my YouTube at Jake Brown Radio. You can follow me on X, on Instagram, and on TikTok at Jake Brown Radio. Smash that thumbs up below. Comment below. What do you think of Mark Vientos' farts, Tyler McGill, AJ Minter, Paul Blackburn, The Pursuit? Will you be watching on Friday, part 1 of the documentary? Let us know in the comments below. And, of course, we'll be back tomorrow on Thursday, March 13th, with a special guest in our weekly guest spot right here on Mets Daily. Have a nice day, everyone. Thanks for watching Mets Daily. We'll talk to you tomorrow.